All right, well, welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And my name's Mike.
Today we're going Irish again. We haven't gone Irish in a while, and we have Malloye Irish Whiskey. Now, my fun facts may be somewhat sketchy because this was another one that we're not sure if this isn't a Total Wine and More product because you picked up this one
so far.
Right, so this actually says it's made, and I'm going to massacre the name, and I apologize, but it's made in Drumhambo Company in Leitrim, Ireland, and it's been in production since December of only 2014.
I'm sure Kevin will let us know.
How much I mangled it, I'm sure. But it's bottled in Princeton, Minnesota, and it says right on the thing, too, a product of Ireland, and it says it's an imported Irish whiskey bottled in Princeton, Minnesota. It has a 3-year statement on it. It is age stated 3 years. It is 80 proof. And screw cap actually worked.
And again, if you want to Google it, I found not much information.
No, there's not a whole lot. It has a nice, for the Irish whiskey, it has a nice little color on it. I mean, compared to, what's the last one we did before?
It's pretty
It's
similar
almost-
to Jasper.
It's almost, yeah, but that was that one said 4 years on it. I don't know what kind of barrels they put these things in, but I think they're putting them in plastic totes.
We didn't even get what this one was.
What do you mean?
As far as the barrels, 3 years ago, we know.
I'm not 100% sure what. Yeah, I don't know. Does it say it on the thing?
I
know.
If it did,
I
would've
know
wrote it
if
down.
it's going to be a bourbon, it has to be in a new oak, American. But I don't know if it says on there what kind of
But
barrel. Usually it's oak barrels, anyways.
No, I believe we got that part. Did we?
Not on this one.
Get that.
Not on this one. Again, they didn't have a lot when I tried to go on, and I end up usually try to go on a few different sites so I can kind of verify.
I went on their site and the same thing, different sites, and you really don't know much about it.
No. Again, and we're finding out because again, he did a good shop at Total Wine and More. There's a lot of products that seem to be generated for them. I don't know if this is one of them. It may not be.
Typically, what we found so far is like if they're coming out of Minnesota, coming out of Indiana, it's probably a pretty good chance that they're.
Yeah, a lot of them are made elsewhere. They're bottled and then they slap a label on it, call it their name brand.
And when they do that, they don't give you a lot of information.
No.
Fancy label, kind of, and then it doesn't tell you much. So, again, we're gonna go for a $20 bottle.
There you go.
And
we'll see
what happens.
One of these days we're going to break down and try Jameson again to see how it compares. When we do all these Irish, we'll have to break down and
the boys are waiting patiently, but they're actually interested with a lot of the. Well, I don't think the others have come out yet. They're waiting patiently. You already sipped.
Not a bourbon.
No, but not harsh.
No, just not
even like a really heavy wood.
No.
It's got a different flavor.
Well, I'm trying to I don't even get the smell. It doesn't even have. It doesn't have like a vanilla. It doesn't.
No, it's for whatever reason the Irish is even harder to pick out than.
Because it doesn't have the traditional, like a bourbon always has that, and I think it's
they throw
because
different stuff in, I'm sure too. I like. They probably got nuts and berries in here, and I'm not picking out any of it.
The alcohol will be the same. I don't think they actually flavor them unless it's like a gin where you're gonna put the juniper berries and stuff, and it filters through when they actually do them. But I don't think Irish is just pot still, so you literally just get the moonshine and then they stick it in a thing for a while. Yeah. So, but it's whatever the mash would be,
right?
Which is gonna change the taste of everything.
Something's gonna kick that.
Like when we did the one with the peated mash the other day, and it had that Scotch flavor because it was a peated mash.
I'm getting more of a smell now.
Well, usually I have to do like 2 sips before I can officially.
And again, a tribute to like, is it Whiskey Tribe? Those guys can pick this out in like 2 seconds.
Oh, some of these guys are phenomenal.
A
They
plus
really
for
are.
them.
Yeah. I wish I was a tenth of as good as some.
Or
the bourbon junkies are really good.
Really
It's bourbon
started
night.
drinking whiskey
Yeah.
like they did at 11.
The bourbon.
I'm not even sure when they started.
The bourbon junkies are crazy. They two young kids, but they actually will take a random bottle that somebody else puts out there, and they'll name the proof, the distiller, the stuff, and they guess at it, and they're actually not off on all it. Like they guess some of the stuff, and then they're usually actually pretty good.
Yeah, don't expect that.
No, they're some of these people are really good. Again, to me, this
because both of us were get this. Oh, we got it as a gift because we probably wouldn't have bought it. It was probably too expensive, and we mixed it with something and probably drank it in a night and a half.
Again, I drank a lot of whiskey over a lot of years,
but
again,
to finish that,
I would drink 10 high, and I would kill the bottle in 3 days, and I just bury it in ice. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't looking for flavor; I was drinking for effects. Now I'm trying to get the flavors out of them, and I'll be darned if I can get half of the smells and the taste.
And yeah, I'm not even trying an accent because I'm not going to get blasted. So I'm still getting
Really?
a brown sugar, but I know there's probably no brown sugar hints in this.
No, you're gonna probably get it from whatever barrel they had it in. So this seems like it would be in a lightly charred barrel where you're not really getting that. It's not really. You're not getting that. It's actually
no mad tingle, no nothing down your throat, no nothing.
I hate to say it off of just memory, but I remember when Dad used to buy me Jameson. I remember going, "This is not easy." Like my buddy used to say, "It's super smooth. It's super smooth." It's not. It's kind of a punch in the face Irish whiskey. That what I remember of it. Like it was like
It's a big seller, and
it was
everybody
big
knows
money.
that name.
It's good money
pricier. I think it's 32 for probably that same size.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like a big money compared to it, and
so Kevin, take note because you probably would not need water with this one.
no, this is very drinkable.
And you save yourself, it's $20. And I know you have a total wine name.
To me, this actually reminds me of Powers. Powers is the one that didn't have the smoke flavor, because Dunville, I think is over here now, is the one that had the smoke flavor. I think this reminds me of a Powers. How much was Powers? Do you remember?
I don't remember Dunville having a smoke flavor. I don't
100%.
I don't remember us saying it was evil.
No, I remember this is before when you couldn't figure out smoke flavors. Like when you didn't have the Scotch before.
I know it now. You definitely
No, and this one had it.
do a cross.
Oh no, it's not going to be anything like this.
Probably not.
All right, well, this is why we have a collection, so we can try them all. It's not going to be anything like this
Look
one.
how much lighter that is.
I was amazed by that. Anyways, I don't know if it shows on the film, but it is like it looks like a new make. Like it looks like they just made it. You know what I mean? Like when Shine comes
So
out.
that one's Dunville.
This one is Dunville. This one is Powers, and I keep ours on the outside.
Yep.
And to me, it reminds me of the Powers. How much was Powers? I was curious on the price.
We did ask that.
It was a little bit more. $25.99, I think.
20.
Holy Christ! I think it was $25.99. Overall, drinkability. This one
It is 25.
$19.99. So similar in price, a little bit less. I'm gonna see, but smelling wise, you know what I'm getting now? Now that it's sat in a cup a little bit, and we are bad at that because I do notice a lot of them. Like if we let it sit for a little while, but I'm not gonna try to make it. It really does start opening up. Like you really do get a lot more smells. They're not doing it either. Who? Certain people do.
The big ones.
No, but I know
Those guys that know what they're doing really on a regular basis, they can go, yep.
Right now, I am getting a lot more
it.
smell out of. But I'm actually getting like the oat smell. I'm not getting the brown sugar, no caramel.
No.
Almost like a vanilla oats. Almost like a vanilla oats. That's what it's
almost
feeling.
getting like maybe like, you know when you smash walnuts when you put it through the grinder thing,
and you
almost get like that.
Walnut.
It
almost has a nutty. It almost does have a nutty. Now that you say that, but that's kind of like the oats.
We just made the bread. I just made the bread, so I kind of it almost smelled like that a little bit.
Not so much a caramel. It's like
no,
really
like that.
Almost like a. I keep saying butterscotchy, but almost like a honey. It's actually a sweet.
This one was Powers.
Yep. Really, there's
not as much on the nose for that one. I know that was an easy drinker, but so wasn't this one.
Yeah.
And you're getting a lot more smell. But again,
I think we drank out of it too. Yeah. I think it's really got to coat the glass in order for you to get the like that. Now the smoke's finally coming out in this one. I think that's part of our problem.
We're getting fancy.
It's got to coat a little bit on it.
I don't know how fancy we're getting, but both of us shake.
I know,
like a windy day.
I'm like, let me see. This one's Powers.
Yeah.
See, this one I almost get a fruit.
Fruit?
Yep, I'm almost getting like a...
I might have actually said, did I say that in the first time?
And I'm like, it's not banana either. It's almost like a... It's like a... Maybe like a...
This has a better nose, though. Well, maybe now that we rolled that.
It's weird. That's what I'm saying. I think it... Because usually we get a better smell when we drink out of it.
Right.
This almost smells like I put like not so much peaches, but like a light fruit in like this one to me, and this is Powers. This one is like in an oatmeal. Like when you put it's not a raisin in an oatmeal. It would be like a straw. Yeah, like a strawberries and cream. Yeah. The thing with Powers right now that I can say just on the first little sip. It was a nice coater. It actually stays on your tongue nicer so far. It's still there, actually. It's more oily to me than this one.
You do get that like an oatmeal now.
To me, it's almost like a slight hint of a fruit smell, not a peach, which is really strong, but like maybe like a strawberries that reminds me of like a strawberry and cream oatmeal.
I guess I might even have to buy those and stop making them and just try it because I just looked at them the other day too.
Where I'm not getting any of the fruit smell out of this one, but I do get a slight oat smell, just a slight oat smell. This one coats my tongue better. The Powers to me, it sat on my tongue better. It's very drinkable too. That one is smooth as silk too. There's no ice needed with Powers either. You know what I mean? Like no water. Like you said, one of your friends puts water in it. If that's the way you want to drink it.
Jameson.
But I think that one is. I think both of these actually for the
that
price. That one's even cheaper.
Is that 82?
80 proof as well. I don't know my glasses. I'm gonna say yes.
I want to say yes as well.
But did we try Dunville? This one?
I didn't try.
No, yeah, smell it.
I was smelling it before.
Did you get the smoke? Like you get hit with the smoke right off the bat. That has that Scotch vibe to it with that one.
On there somewhere.
I remember when we did it. But nose-wise,
43.25.
Oh, so it's 96. 86. Excuse me, 86. I can math.
So that's, but that's why you can kind of feel that a little more than this one. Not even. It's not again. It's
a total different nose though. Like smell this one.
No,
this one has that fruity, happy, and this one is not. You don't get the fruity. You get that. This one's
still
more,
getting like a nut type. Well, maybe it's more this one.
See, the Powers to me, I'm getting the oatmeal.
Yeah.
I'm getting like the strawberries with the oatmeal where I can mistake this one for nuts, but it's not like a peanut. No. It would be more of a I can see like a walnut. It's like a drier.
Yeah, a walnut or
maybe a pecan.
The pecan to get low because I did both in the bread, so it's. And when you smell that crusher after you crush them, I don't know. You don't bake.
No, I don't bake. So we do have a few more Irish coming up, so we can refer back to this one. This to me is actually delicious. 3-year statement, $19.99 for a 750 milliliter. I can't see going wrong with this. Availability would be the only thing. I have to make on our local stores. I never really look at Irish though.
But then again,
I'm a bad judge. But you see Jameson everywhere.
But if it's total wine, they're pretty much everywhere too.
Not that it's a bad thing, other than the fact that you would have to go there to get it. But as far as an Irish drinker, if your friend is a Jameson, I will be interested. Leave a comment down below, whoever you might be, Kevin. And if he does get this,
Kevin.
If they get this and they try it and compare how close it will be, we'll have to do that.
I don't think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be
a lot smoother,
a lot easier.
Off of just working off of memory. I mean, this has a decent amount of flavor and taste.
Because obviously we've been out a few times. And
yeah.
Neither one of us really do Jameson straight or even on the rocks. Typically, we'll get it mixed. And mixed, to me, it makes a great mixer. But
yeah, I don't know if this would fight through. But then again, Jameson's only 80 proof too, I believe. You're
probably right.
I don't think it's much higher than that either.
I bet if you did it, I bet it would be okay.
When I drank Jameson, when my father had bought it for Christmas one time, and he got me a bottle of Jameson. When I drank it on the rocks, and I remember like, ooh, I almost want to let that sit for a minute. There is no letting this sit for a minute. This is actually delicious right off the bat.
This is, you're right, Dundle. It does have
hits
a totally different smell.
Not even like it says Irish whiskey on the bottle, and it's good. But if you're an Irish whiskey guy, that's not for you, because like this to me reminds me of Scotch. This one has that smoky taste in the background that you don't typically get from an Irish, except for that peated Irish.
You have a different smell too, though. It's not really like an oak smell here.
See, I get that nice oatmeal smell out of this one, but
yeah,
I don't get the fruit. This one I got a hint of a fruit on it. This one I just get the oatmeal. Me personally, I give this Siskel and Ebert 2 thumbs up for that. But I do. I actually think
there's a date.
I'm old, man. You know what I mean? But honestly, like
Siskel and Ebert. Is either one living? I think they both.
I think that no.
One of them's
no. I don't want to say. I don't know. We're being recorded. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. So, for some reason, I thought that. Was it Ebert, the little short one? I thought he might have passed, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was the other dude, but I don't know. They might still be alive. So
sure.
I used to love the show though. They give you the thumbs up or the thumbs down on the movies and stuff. But with that, I would highly recommend this. I would buy this if you're in the Irish whiskey drinking. I mean, now that I've been doing this, I think bourbon has so much more flavor. But some people like the Irish. True. You know what I mean? So, and I get that. But to me,
it has an oakier flavor. It's really what you
it's what you like. Oh, 100%. People like Canadian because it has their own thing.
And then the Scotch is like a whole different area as well. And when we go difference, then it really throws.
It makes a big difference. But my palate right now, I'm kind of digging the bourbons. But would I drink this? Like guzzle this right down? Oh, it will be not sitting there. This is actually good tasting, and it has a lot more. Like when I drink a Canadian, it feels like I'm not drinking as much. Like I'm sure there's good ones out there, but the ones I always drink, the cheap ones.
Well, right.
When you drink that, So when you drink that, to me, it was always like, "Where's the Coke?" Like it looked like a need for something. This one, to me, I would drink straight just like this and be happy with it. Like it doesn't scream. You need to put a mixer with this. To me,
and again, the whole purpose of this starting was we're trying to find something that people don't know or don't ever hear of or walk by. Is it worth it?
Absolutely.
To me, for $20, it's pretty worth it.
And it's working because I got a friend of mine, hi Jimmy, that wants to come over and drink with me because now, this is how I fell in love with doing this, was because I used to drink just regular cheap whiskey and I wasn't willing to experiment because I found one I loved and I just drank it down. But now when you have and it was cheap. When you have a collection like this though, it's fun trying one after another and just doing a little bit and telling, and you can really see. That's why I can't wait.
It is a big difference.
I can't wait for someone to say do a whiskey war because I want to battle them again to see. I said to him before this show started, I'm pretty sure these aren't our top 3 anymore because some of these back there are sleepers that we tried that I think were really, really good that could actually compete.
And it might be a total wine specialty.
And it might be because you know what? I've noticed as we open these and then I go back to them later and at a different time, I'm like, wow, I don't remember it tasting like this, for good or for bad. Sometimes they're like, wow, this is really weak compared to this. Or I'm like, wow, this is so solid that I didn't realize how good it was when I drank it. 4 Roses being one of them. I was like, wow, this is a lot better than what I gave it off when I first initially tried it. But maybe there is something to that whole neck pour doesn't give you that full amount, or the longer it sits in your glass, the more. it opens up and it becomes a better whiskey. Like I'm getting a lot more oatmeal.
Another shout out to the Whiskey Tribe, I believe it was. That they did a whole special on that, and neither one of them basically said that's kind of a weak idea. They couldn't not tell the difference, and if they can't tell the difference, I'm pretty sure. Look,
but
I definitely.
But I can say, like, even what smells in your glass right now is 17 times 1,000 more than when we first poured it.
Oh no!
The more it sits,
I get that, but then again, we get it closer to the top after we sip it.
Correct.
And, so.
Yep.
And I don't turn my glass, so it's usually the same spot.
Right. So you're getting the full nose when you drink. Yeah. Because that makes a big difference too. As you smell, it's the aroma. That's why those
guys pretty much can pour it and go.
Yep. No, they're
oak, cherry, and walking through a field or whatever it may be.
Before you were here, my first episode was like, I'm not claiming to be any of them. I'm a whiskey noob. You want legitimate smells and tastes and stuff like that, you go to the Whiskey Tribe, the Bourbon Junkies. It's Bourbon Night. There's some really good people out there that are really good at doing this mash and drum. He knows, they know what they're saying when it comes, I get this, and this. I'm going to tell you what I smell. And
we're trying.
And you may not smell any of that. I'll tell you.
We could be totally out to lunch.
But I will say, go out and try some of the stuff that we recommend. And then you go back and say, you know what? He wasn't wrong. Or I'm totally off my rocker. And leave a comment down below and let me know. Because you know what? If you try this and you say, you know what? Then maybe we have the same taste. I think we have similar taste because we me and you, we kind of go with the same thing. That's why I'm curious
except for the nose.
A whiskey war / something, because I think we're going to come out with similar products. Like the person who's going to win is the guy who's going to win. Like even when we were tasting them, we're pretty close. So, but we might be totally opposite. Yeah, who knows? But I'm just saying, same thing. Go out and buy one of the many bottles that we have and try it, and then see if what I said was true. Maybe we have the same taste, maybe we don't. But then don't take my word for it. Go out and buy it.
I'm thinking, Kevin. If you try this one too, it's for the money. It's an easier drinker, I think, than Jameson.
And half the price.
And you're not going to need water. I think you'd be able to try it.
No,
let me know. Leave us a comment.
Say,
hey, glad you found it or didn't find it or we suck.
Yeah, I certainly didn't make it, so I ain't making any profits off it. But you just, give it a try. I would recommend this as an Irish whiskey. I think it's actually really good. I only working off of Jameson on memory, but I'll tell you what, I highly recommend Powers too. I think that if you spend an extra $10, I think that one's actually better than this one. It's just like $6 more.
And I think this is actually better than Dunville.
Dunville brings Scotch. Dunville brings that Scotch vibe.
But again, it's still not a slap like.
I thought it was delicious. Right. I actually like Dunville.
Again, another different Irish one. I think that's in the same category, maybe around $20, and no one hears of that. And maybe that's another exclusive at Total Wine. Maybe so. But
Powers, I don't believe is.
No, Powers,
this one
Powers
might be. Powers you can get. I've seen that. I want to say I've seen that at like the bar. They've been around for a dog's age, but
it's everywhere.
Yeah, but there you go. This one, I definitely say give it a try. Malloye Irish Whiskey. I think it's made in Ireland. It's bottled in Minnesota, but it's actually very good. So
I agree.
For the price,
very, very good.
I recommend. So give it a shot. Once again, spend less, drink more. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Subscribe, like. We always forget that.
I'll remember one day to actually say it.
Thanks. Cheers.
The more I drink that, the more I like it.
I agree.